So the Santa Fe Trail began in 1821, but no one talked to the native tribes or asked permission if they could travel through their lands as they went to the southwest. So in 1825, the United States government sent out some commissioners and a surveying party to survey and to treat with the tribes along the trail. So actually about 9 tribes met with the commissioners and agreed to treaties to allow safe passage. Unfortunately, many of the Southwest tribes, the more warlike tribes, could not be found. So conflicts continued to happen with the tribes as the Santa Fe Trail progressed down the trail. We talk about the treaty that was signed between the Osage and the Kansai here locally. One being here in Council Grove with the Osage. 6 days later, they signed a treaty with the Kansai over near present-day McPherson. As treaties are agreed upon and we continue to try to cooperate with the tribes, unfortunately, many of the treaties are broken. The military eventually is pulled into all of this because conflicts continue to go on down the Santa Fe Trail. So eventually forts are established along the Santa Fe Trail, and those forts are going to need supplies. So in 1829, Bennett Riley, who is at Fort Leavenworth, has to bring a military caravan down the Santa Fe Trail. He cannot find enough mules to use on the trail. So he tries an experiment. For the first time, oxen are used to pull wagons down the Santa Fe Trail. What he finds is they are better at it than mules are. They're about 1/3 the cost of a mule, and there are tens of thousands around the country to be used. So from that point on, the majority of the wagons that come down the Santa Fe Trail are oxen. So in 1846, the United States goes to war with Mexico, basically over a boundary dispute. What that does is it shuts down all the trade between the United States and Mexico. Tens of thousands of dollars worth of goods are stranded along the Santa Fe Road and cannot go down. Mexico loses about 1/3 of their original land, and this particular map shows the military endeavors that happened during the 1846 Mexican-American War. The Medicine Lodge Treaty was probably the most famous treaty of all. Many tribes from the Southwest and the Plains tribes attended this particular treaty. And this treaty basically set the pattern of how things were going to happen in the future with the tribes. But it also kind of set about the Great Plains Wars between the whites and the Native Americans.